Hello students, welcome to the channel. This is Anamika Talukdar and this particular video will be for class 11 where I am going to discuss about auxiliaries or aids to trade. I already discussed with you what commerce is and what trade is. Trade is a branch of commerce which deals with buying and selling of goods and services. Now we all know that for buying and selling of goods and services there are some help or aids needed for completing the process or activities which are there in trade. So today we are going to discuss about that and also go through the video, and if you find any doubt then you can ask me in the comment section. Whatever I discussed today, all of this I'll try to give in the description box. The link will be provided, you can go through that. So let's start the session. Point 1 is transportation. So as I said that for completing the process of buying and selling of goods and services, there are few helps which are needed for completing it. So first one is we are going to discuss about transportation. So as we all know that we cannot go to all the places for buying goods and getting the services which are needed in our day-to-day life. So what helps us? Transportation helps us to make the goods and services available in a nearby market by making it possible through the railways, through the roadways or the airways, by bringing the goods from the production to the nearby market. So as you can see what I have highlighted here, that transportation carries goods from producers. Yes, it carries goods from producers, so there are many transportation involved for that, and it then carries to the traders, and traders then finally gives it to the consumer, that means to us, and finally it bridges the geographical distances, because it is not possible for us to go to all the places for buying the goods or the services which are required by us. So it helps us to remove or reduce the difficulty and making the goods and services available near us. So it helps the trade. Now we are going to discuss about the second point. Before that, you can complete reading this point. So where I have written that it finally reaches to the consumer, that does it, bridges the geographical distances and makes speedy and efficient exchange. So our exchange is possible in a speedy and efficient manner because of the transportation. Point number 2 is banking. So yes, for buying and selling of goods and services we need money, and because of these transactions, for the purposes of giving or taking money, for the transactions which are made in the market for buying and selling purposes, so these transactions are possible because of the help which are provided by banks by giving banking facility. So sometimes we take the facility of taking cash, or sometimes we even buy the goods and get the services while we do the transaction in credit. So this cash and credit facilities are given by banks to us. That means it also helps the trade in completing its processes. You can go through the point. Third point is warehousing. So in one of my earlier session, I already told that producers, they produce the goods by estimating the demands of the customers. So when they produce the goods, after that the goods are stored and kept safely. And where these are kept, there is a place. So that place is known as warehouse or godowns. So when there is a godown or warehouse, then it reduces the difficulty that may arise after producing the goods in a large quantity. So for example, if a producer produces 200 items, but if only 100 items are demanded by customer, so the rest of the products will have to be kept in the godown or in a warehouse. So it gives that facility. And even after producing the goods, these goods will have to be stored, sometime for a short period or sometime it may be for a longer period. So it helps, the warehouses or the godowns helps the producers to keep or store the goods for that certain period of time. So it again helps the trade in that way. Next point is insurance. It means whenever the producer, they produce the goods, or in the industry the goods are produced, after these are kept or stored, then sometimes it may happen due to different reason like fire, accident, goods are damaged, and at that time if the goods are insured, then insurance companies gives the money or they gives the security against those losses, and by that the producers or the industry, even after having the damage, do not have to face the loss as the goods are already insured and the insurance companies will be providing the money or the security against the goods. Next point is advertising. We get to see different advertises. Through different advertises we come to know about different products, and we also get to know about the company's name or brand name, and also the different features which are engaged with the product. So because of only advertising we come to know all of this. If there is no advertisement, then we will not come to know what are the new products which are coming in the market. So advertising may be in the different form, but due to the advertising we come to know about different products and which is helping the trade. Next point is packaging, and yes, it is also one of the very important one. Because of the packaging we get to know about that this product is from this company or this product is from this brand. For example, Lux, we come to know by seeing the name on the packet or by seeing the packaging of that product. We come to know about that brand name or about that company. So packaging also helps to keep the product in a safer way, and also it makes it look different from the other products. When there are different packaging of different companies, then we understand that this product is from this company and that product is from that company. So this helps us, even it helps in trade. So these are the points which are there in H2 trade. Now we are going to learn about industry, commerce and trade differences. So when we see the meaning of all of these three, then we come to know that, as we all know, that industry is what? It's a place where goods and services are produced, right? Then after this is produced, what is done in the commerce? Commerce is a section where goods and services are distributed to the customers. So after the production is done, it distributes it to the customers. And trading is what? Trade is one of the aspect of commerce which deals only with buying and selling of goods and services. So these three are the different meaning, and from that different meaning we can understand the differences between industry, commerce and trade. Now let's go to the next point, that is nature. How is the nature of industry? It shows us the supply side, and industry, as I said, it's a place where goods and services are produced. So it will look after that how much supply it can provide to the customer. What is the demand of the customer? After estimating the demand, industry will try to give the supply through the different products produced in the industry. Then if we see what is the nature of commerce, it only represents the demand side, and that's why it gives goods and services to the customers in the market after seeing the demand. Then trade, if we see, it represents the exchange of goods and services. As I already discussed, that transportation, advertising, packaging, warehousing, these are the processes which are involved in trade. So it represents the exchanging of goods and services from one to another in the market. To the third point, that is scope. So when we see the scope of industry, we know that there are different types of industry. Some deals with genetic, where we can take example of farming, then animal husbandry, poultry farming, and then some are extractive, which is extracting and digging resources from the earth, then making or processing the things out of it, like crude oil from that petroleum is processed. So in that way. Then manufacturing, there are manufacturing industries and there are construction industries also. So these are the scope of industries. Now when we look to the commerce, then commerce has a branch which is trade, and the H2 trade, which I already discussed in this session. And then if we see the scope of trade, then it is inland and international trade, which are also discussed, that is internal and international trade. These are the scope of industry, commerce and trade. I hope it's clear to you. Moving forward to the next point, which is capital. So for establishing an industry and also the machineries which are required in the industry, the raw materials which are required in the industry, for buying those, huge amount of capital is required. So some of this capital are fixed capital, some of this capital are working capital. But for establishing the industry, huge amount of fixed capital is required and also a small amount of working capital is required. So what is fixed capital and what is working capital? Fixed capital is the capital which is fixed in nature. It means it lasts for a longer period of time. For example, building, machinery, these are the example of fixed capital. And working capital which lasts for a shorter period of time. For example, raw materials like nails, like the thread used by weaver, so etc. These are small raw materials which are said as working capital, which will only last for a short period of time. So in an industry, capital which is required, it needs huge amount of fixed capital and a small amount of working capital. If we now see the commerce, then fixed and working capital both are required, but it requires limited amount of fixed capital as it only deals in the business activities, and a huge amount of working capital. So here working capital are more, and yes, money is also example of working capital. So working capital is needed more here in the commerce, but less fixed capital. Then if we see trade, then it requires capital which is necessary to maintain stock and grant credit. It means it needs capital. When we store something, for that stock to keep it safe, we need capital, that means we need money, and also to grant credit. So when we have to give something in credit, for that also we need money or we need other capital. So for that, trade needs capital but in a different way. Then moving forward to point number 5, that is utility. And utility is in the industry, if we see, then it creates the form utility as the shape of materials are formed in an industry. For example, from sugar cane we get sugar, we get jaggery. So these are after processing as we get it and get it in different shape. So it from that we can get form utility in the industry. And if we see commerce, then we get place and time utility, as because of the transportation, time is saved. We don't have to go to different places for buying the things, we can get it in the nearby markets only. So for the commerce, it gives us benefit of place and also time, and also different aspects are there. And if we see the trade, then it gives us possession utility and exchange of goods and services. For example, when we go to market, and trade provides us different goods and services to a nearby market only, and we buy the things, and it becomes the things which we buy, it becomes our things, our materials. So then it gives us the possession, the ownership of that thing, and also it gives us like the utility of exchanging of goods and services. As we go to market, we can buy things and also we can sell things. So it is exchanging of goods and services. So I hope these are clear, and if there is any doubt in the point, you can ask me in the comment section. And the last point which we have, that is risk. Sorry. So the risk is more in the very high in the industry, and risk is less in commerce, and risk is also less in trade. So these are the points which we have for the differences of industry, commerce and trade. If you have any doubt, then you can ask me in the comment section. Go through this session. If you like this session, then like the video and share it to your friends, so it will again motivate me to work for you. And also on our another channel, that is Welcome Learners, where the other subjects of commerce are going on, so you can go through the other subjects of commerce on that channel. So for today, I hope the things are clear to you, and thank you very much.